I think we are. I think we're live. This is our first time doing a live, so I don't even know if this is working. So we need to phone a friend and make sure it's actually showing on YouTube. There we go. Huh. Hold on. Let's just check on my phone. It says Dream Park, Spider-Man, No Way Home reaction. So it looks like it is going. Now. The only thing is I don't know if we can actually, it's our first time. I don't know how to read messages from the chat or anything like that. Then you got Ozzy in the video. Ozzy, say hi to the Dream Park people. Oh man. Well, I guess, man, I don't know. Maybe I can pull it up on my phone. No, you can't. Like I can't watch the live and then, hey! Oh sure, yeah, I guess you could do that. You could try to watch it. Disney Ryan, Stylish Gaming, and Melody Sparks. Big fan? Is there a chat on there? Yeah, they're chatting. Alright. And they love me. Cool. You can be the chat room moderator. Oh no. Alright, so we have not seen the new Spider-Man trailer, so we're gonna do that for the first time here with all of you. Maybe some of you have seen it, maybe some of you haven't. Keep advertising Dream Park on the whiteboards. We are kind of doing this like DIY, so this is how we're gonna show you what's on the screen. This is our little makeshift. It doesn't get any better than that. So we're learning. We'll get better. On top of the magic key box. So Spider-Man No Way Home. There's a lot of speculation and rumor going around right now about who's going to be in the movie, who we're going to see, villains, other Spider-Men, Spider-Pigs, who knows. We want to see this trailer and just kind of get our first reaction. But then we also want to talk about Merriest Nites really quick. Our video is uploading as we speak, so that should be up this evening if you are eager to watch it or if you want to see how Merriest Nites went. But we're also just going to talk about and discuss a little bit of the things that we didn't like and we really hope they fix if they do decide to do it in the future, which I hope they don't. But without further ado, Spider-Man No Way Home. Let's see who makes the cut. Oh, we're a day late. Sorry. Any questions here? Any questions? Nope. It doesn't look like it. Just big fans. All right. Got a bloody Spider-Man.
Got bit by that spider. I've only had 1 week where my life has felt normal. That was when you found out.
Epic music.
Watch that spell where you wanted everyone to forget that Peter Parker's Spider-Man. We started getting some visitors. From every universe. Hello, Peter. You're not Peter Parker.
I'm sorry, what was your name again?
Dr. Otto Octavius.
Wait, no, seriously, what's your actual name?
There are others out there. We need to send them back. So, Scooby-Doo this crap.
You know, all this is kind of your mess. I know a couple of magic words myself, starting with the word please.
Please, Scooby-Doo this crap. You're flying out into the darkness to fight ghosts.
What do you mean?
They all die fighting Spider-Man. assassin. They're a danger to our universe. You're not gonna take this away from me.
He's back.
Peter, you're struggling to have everything you want while the world tries to make you choose.
Oh, a lizard?
It's not my fault. I can't save everyone.
What's happening? They're starting to come through, and I can't stop them. December 17th, exclusively in movie theaters. Tickets on sale November 29th. Spider Monday.
Spider Monday. There's a lot to unpack in there. No other Spider-Men. Lots of villain cameos. We have from the first generation Spider-Man, which was Tobey Maguire. From 2002 to 2007, there was Green Goblin and Dr. Octopus, which were the first two movies. And then from the second generation of Spider-Man, which was Andrew Garfield, 2012 to 2014, I think it was. He had a short run. There was the Lizard and Electro. Oh, actually, and also from the first generation, there was Sandman. Sandman wasn't in the second Spider-Man generation. So, we got glimpses of 5 villains. 5 of which, I think 4 of which are part of the Sinister Six, or have been in iterations of the Sinister Six. I think Sandman is the only one who hasn't. But we got villains from each generation of Spider-Man. So, there was no Spider-Man in it, but it's pretty much a given that if villains are coming through, then we're also going to get other Spider-Men to come through and help out, because I don't think Tom Holland can do it all by himself.
Outnumbered, bloodied, and hair messed up. And Disney Ryan, we will be discussing Merriest Nites and going over our thoughts for that, so hang tight for that coming up.
Merriest Nites, yeah, that's a whole nother ball game. But I got major second generation Spider-Man vibes from this trailer, because hopefully the audio came through clear enough. We can't really share the audio, but there was like one moment in the trailer where MJ was falling off some kind of tower, and then Spider-Man jumped after her to try and reach her, and the camera angle that they chose for it was like a direct callback to the second Andrew Garfield movie of the Amazing Spider-Man, where Gwen Stacy, who was falling down in the clock tower, and Spider-Man had to shoot like the web to try and catch her, and it was kind of like a race against time, metaphorically and physically. But that was like I kind of got vibes from that. It was like a callback. Let me see if I can scroll back to that.
How do you remember these movies so well? I can barely remember.
Right here, let's go back to this part. So we got the Lizard, Sandman, and Electro all in this scene right here. It's a little hard to see on an iPad, I guess, but there's a little glare. It's a little hard to see, but you can see those 3 villains.
This is all my fault. I can't save everyone.
And here it comes. Falls off the tower. Boom, right there. This angle where MJ is falling. It's a little blurry, but falling off the tower. That's like a direct callback to the second Andrew Garfield movie. So it's like they're sticking little Easter eggs in here because they're hinting at it, but obviously they can't reveal everything, and they gotta save some stuff for the theater. So I'm super stoked.
Same here. I was getting chills while watching that. I got like chills 3 times. So, oh man.
I mean, if Tom Holland doesn't die in this movie, which he's probably not, because I mean he has to be part of like the next phase 4 of the MCU at least. But if he doesn't die, then there's got to be a Spider-Man death in here somewhere. Like I feel like someone's got to die, or maybe MJ's gonna die. I don't know
Who knows? No one knows.
Don't be saying that. You're gonna break my heart.
So December 17th is the theatrical release. It is not going the Disney Plus route with Disney like Plus Premiere Access or whatever.
Come on.
So you want to see it, you got to go in theaters, or you wait for the Disney Plus release, which will probably be like in March or something. I don't know.
Is that because of Sony thing? Is that because Sony owns Spider-Man or something?
Yeah, probably. I'm sure there's contracts and stuff, but that's super exciting. I grew up on all generations of Spider-Man, so I grew up with Tobey Maguire. I really liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. That was my favorite. And then so now we got a third generation of Spider-Man and potentially see them all on screen. So that was super cool.
I thought I heard Andrew Garfield was the least favorited one.
I think he's
everyone has their
I think he's the unpopular Spider-Man, but I really liked his generation of Spider-Man. So now we get to talk about Merriest Nites. We don't want to take up too much time because there's going to be a video on it as well, which is uploading. But for anyone who is curious about like what Merriest Nites was about and how it turned out, ooh, I should probably get rid of this. We're just going to talk about it really quick. Some of the things that were good and some of the bad. So clear off the surface a little bit. This is Ozzy. He likes to cuddle.
Our dog. Old man dog.
But Merriest Nites, $175 for each event that they had. And there's only 5 nights, 2 in November and I think 3 in December. The 2 in November have already passed. It was this past Thursday, the 11th, and Sunday, the 14th. So people have already gone and experienced it. We went on the first night, November 11th. And going into it, I honestly wasn't that excited about it. I just felt like it was a cash grab by Disney, which it pretty much was. Like, once you were there, you just kind of felt like it was thrown together and not really for the guests. It was just a way for probably them to make some extra money from being closed. All the money they lost, yeah. And then also pay for the blue carpet that they use for Disney Plus Day. Because you have essentially 7 hours in the park with the ticket admission. You have 3 hours of crossover where there are also regular park guests. They start to kick them out at 7 o'clock so that by 8 o'clock they can start the party. And then from 8 to midnight you have Disney's Merriest Nites. And there wasn't a whole lot of information on it on the website. We were trying to kind of read up and plan ahead, but it was really hard to do that because their information on the website was so loose and obscure. And then make sure if anyone has questions we can answer them. All they said was there's going to be 6 parties in 6 different lands. There's going to be entertainment and photo ops, but they didn't really like specify a whole lot. So when we got to the event, we had to pick up the physical guide and then read about all the stuff that they were doing, from like the food, the entertainment, the parades, any shows, things like that. So luckily we had that 3-hour buffer before the party started to kind of plan, but it was hard to plan ahead of time. And then once we got there, it just felt really, really rushed because we had 4 hours to try and conquer all these things that they squeezed in there, which was good and bad because like we were afraid there wasn't going to be enough to do, but then in the end there was too much to do and we couldn't do it all. The lines were exceptionally long for food, for characters, for photos. So if you wanted, like, the first hour and 45 minutes was us waiting for food, eating it, and seeing one show. So that was like, it was really bad. And then Park Hopping Duo, Nick and Crystal, they were there and we met up with them at some point, and they told us that they couldn't get the Thanksgiving burger because they had ran out, as well as the pot roast fries that we had. So it just seemed like, you think by this time Disney would kind of know that people are gonna, I don't know, like buy stuff and buy food, and so they'd be prepared, but they're still running out of stuff. They're still backed up in the kitchens, and it just seems like they never learn.
You think the mobile orders had something to do with that, backed up, or no?
No, because if people mobile order or physically order, like you should have enough to be able to like feed people.
Yeah.
But Disney just, I don't know, they think that they're not popular or something. I don't know.
And the food, well, didn't look appealing either. I mean, the sandwich, the Thanksgiving leftover turkey sandwich. I don't know what kind of buns they were using. But those were like some First Street Stater Brothers buns. I was expecting some brioche, some buttery buns, like, I don't know. There was just nothing special. I think that's what I'm excited about Knott's for. That's another story, but Knott's, they have some good food. It looks appealing.
Ooh, Disney Ryan says Walt Disney World gives you free hot chocolate and cookies and 2 fireworks show. He thinks it's a lot better than Merriest Nites, which I've never been to Walt Disney World, but theme park detective Eric told us like a couple months back, he's like, I bet Disneyland's gonna start charging for Christmas events because that's what Walt Disney World does. And I was like, no, you're crazy. Like,
that's right.
But then he totally called it, and they freaking charged $175 to go into the park for like 4 hours and not even be able to do everything. But I'd be interested in trying Walt Disney World at least once just to compare and contrast. I'm sure they've been doing it a lot longer, and so they probably like figured out the kinks and stuff. But then you would think, since they've been doing it, you would think Anaheim, Disneyland, they would just
take some notes.
Yeah, they would just learn from them and just do it right the first time. But nope.
Maybe it's a competition and they don't like communicating.
Oh, and Walt Disney World is cheaper, $120 more hours. Yeah. Maybe that's also because, I don't know, Walt Disney World might not be as busy as Disneyland, even though they have so much more to offer there. I feel like a lot of people come to Disneyland, or there's more people actually that live in this area, like the LA bubble, so there more people come to Disneyland and less go to Walt Disney World, but I could be wrong.
San Diego, Orange County, LA County.
But yeah, we were totally not fans. Obviously, we wanted to go to be able to document it and just share the experience with everyone.
Yeah.
And try it out, but we totally did not like it, and I didn't think I was going to like it going into the event.
I thought I was going to like it, but things happen and things change. Yeah. But you'll see it all in the video. Hopefully you still enjoy it, whether we didn't find it as fun. We hope that you can still see it and just get your own thoughts on it.
And Merriest Nites also, what was I going to say? The entertainment was good. We didn't, because there's no wait time for the entertainment, like you just show up at the show times, with the exception of parades and the Muppet Carolers, but you can show up for all the like show times of the Carolers and the performers in Adventureland, Fantasyland. There's no wait time for that. You just show up at the designated time and watch them. So we did most of those, or we did all of them, but all the other stuff like the photos and characters, there were really long wait times, so we didn't want to waste our time doing those. And they were also very spread out, like especially Fantasyland had like 5 of the character opportunities, so we didn't want to waste time trying to hunt down each of them and then potentially like wait in those lines. So if you're anyone that is planning to go to Merriest Nites, make sure to just plan ahead and figure out which characters you would like to see, because there are some who are a little bit more like exclusive to the event and some that you might see more regularly around the parks. Just plan ahead and make a little checklist so that way you know what you're doing, because once you're there, you will get just like what's the word, like overloaded.
Mind clustered.
You'll get overloaded and you won't be able to think clearly or plan your stuff. So a game plan ahead of time would help, and hopefully our video will help some of you do that.
Yeah. Do you think if they were to order the food, like just wait in line and get it quicker, or do you think they'd be like, oh, we're backed up, we got mobile orders to get out?
No, I think it'd be the same if you ordered physically or mobile, because even we were actually standing in the wrong line for the Galactic Grill getting our food. There was a line to actually order, and then that was not related to the mobile order. So we were waiting in that line thinking that was to pick up the food, but it turned out to be the physical order line, and that one wasn't even moving. Like, the line wasn't moving. I left Kenny to wait in line, went to go grab some footage, came back 20 minutes later, he moved one spot up. So you're not going to have any luck if you just wait in line, which kind of sucks because Galactic Grill, at least out of the food that we got, was the only one that offered mobile ordering. All the other places you had to wait in line. Like the Tropical Hideaway, which is in Adventureland, that was the only place you could get Dole Whip that night, and there was an exclusive Dole Whip drink. I had to wait like 40 minutes for that drink, and there was no mobile order or anything. There was just one person behind the counter making everyone's Dole Whip, and you just like it frazzles your brain thinking like, Disney, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you better prepared or like staffing more people or something?
And the cast members, they were not as knowledgeable as you would think.
Oh yeah, they weren't.
I don't want to go too deep into that, but we had questions and we'd ask them questions and they weren't too knowledgeable. Again.
Cast members didn't know what was going on. I asked one guy about a show and he didn't even know that the show was happening. He's like, "What? Oh, I didn't
pull out a paper."
And then he looked at his paper, didn't have anything on it, so I told him, like, it's right here in the guide. It says in the guide. And then he's like, "Oh, well, let's look at the map." I was like, I don't have time for this.
No hate, though. No hate. We love cast members.
So, yeah. Any specific questions? Overall atmosphere? Did it feel Christmassy? Melody Sparks asks. I
say so.
It's tough. Like, some parts of it felt Christmassy, but then others didn't, just because like they weren't properly decorated. Like Fantasyland, I don't remember it being decorated. The only thing Christmassy there was probably Small World, and it's one section in the back, and then the area where they had the brass band that was playing, because they were like dressed for Christmas. But the rest of Fantasyland was not Christmasified at all. There was no lights, there were no decor, no garland, wreaths, anything like that. The only thing might be like the photo ops with the characters. Those were in theme with Christmas, but everything else was just like normal. The only Christmassy, like really, really Christmassy part was Main Street, and that's every year. You can experience Christmassy Main Street without Merriest Nites. So I wouldn't say Merriest Nites felt Christmassy per se. They did have some Christmas performances in each of the lands that you don't get during the regular park hours, but even those were just like, eh.
Maybe a tree here, some lights there, but yeah, Main Street mainly all decorated out, all decked out with all the Christmas decor.
I think my favorite part of the whole night though was the Muppets. I like the Muppets. The Muppet Show was great.
They saved the night. Pepe, my guy. He really cheered me up, and the brass band too. They're smooth music. But yeah, it was just needs a lot of work.
So we're hoping that they don't do Merriest Nites next year. We hope that they get enough criticism where they don't do it, but knowing Disney, they'll probably bring it back and just make some modifications. But if that's the case, if they want to bring it back, I hope it gets overhauled. They make it cheaper. I doubt that.
Yeah.
Or like extend the hours. Like they should have started it earlier. I understand that they want it more. They want guests to stay in the park longer, so they can spend money and stuff. But then that totally subtracted from the Merriest Nites experience.
Or at least let us eat some of the food or get involved in some of the special event things, because they didn't start anything until like 8, and we tried to eat food that took like 30 minutes or maybe 25. Then that leaves us with 3.5 hours, and it's like we're trying to get to all the other parties and all that. So something like that where we could just get involved a little more, maybe show proof of special event ticketing that lets them know who we are. Something.
Yeah, what they could do is maybe just even close 1 or 2 lands and start the party early, so that way they can have food and photo ops in those designated lands as they're funneling people out, and then once everyone's cleared out, then the rest of the lands open up for business. Yeah, that would be better. But
like that,
Disney, I don't know, they hire I don't know who they're hiring. People from, I don't know, Craigslist or something to come up with these, plan their events. I don't know.
I have no comment on that.
So, any other specific questions? Otherwise, I think we're like pretty much wrapped up. Spider-Man, super stoked. Merriest Nites, not stoked. The video should probably be almost done at uploading, actually.
So don't forget to check that out. And the fireworks show. That's up.
Yep. You can see the Believe in Holiday Magic fireworks show on our channel. There was no fireworks show for Merriest Nites as well. You got to see the parade, but the parade is every night, so nothing different there. Muppets are exclusive to Merriest Nites, which we might post the entire show, but we haven't gotten to that yet. We just went ahead and shared the fireworks and the Merriest Nites video with you guys. So, thank you all for watching and tuning in. Thanks for bearing with us through our first live stream.
Yeah.
We don't know what we're doing, but we'll figure it out and get better as the live streams go by.
We'll keep growing.
So, let me. How do I end this? I have to like get up and click it on the computer.
I don't know. Thank you, Ozzy, for being here tonight. I'm sure you were a big fan favorite. Doesn't know what's going on.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.